The interesting thing for me is when you're hosting a motivational speaker, the stories are always good.
Yes.
The future looks bright. The middle right here is where people get lost.
Yes.
Jumping over the hurdles. Share with us what tools you're giving the public out there so that they're able to better understand that the hurdles are not the devil's opportunity to take hold of their life, but just things that they have to overcome and how they need to just better manage their assets to be, more productive when it comes to the environment, whether at work, at home, or in society.
This is my view about life. Life is actually an adventure into unexplored territories.
An adventure into unexplored territories.
And the reason why it's an adventure is because it has got both good things and bad things. Unfortunately, especially motivational speakers, we sometimes tend to, and not just motivational speakers, in general, human beings want to talk, especially when you become successful.
Yes.
You want to give the story of how you did it and how excellent you did it and what
how
you achieved.
Strong you were.
Yes, but we don't like giving the story of the days you spent struggling and crying and wondering whether you're going to make it and all that. And I would sum it up in one way. One is the far you have come in life, you're there because of certain way of thinking. Your thinking has brought you that far, but the same thinking that has brought you that far has also produced with it some limitations and some hurdles that the same thinking cannot solve. So you require another level of thinking that will take you to another level to solve the problems that the current thinking that has brought you this far cannot solve.
How do we change our thinking then?
And that is why you have to make learning a habitual thing throughout life. You know, learning for me is an adaptive change of behavior resulting from past experience. If you're not changing, you're not learning. I think if you have to lead anything, whether it's people or to lead in your industry, in whatever it is that you do, you have to be a reader. I ask people questions like this. I ask people, how many books have you read for the last 1 week or 1 month? And sometimes I get surprised to realize that people have not even read any book for the last 6 months or so. And the same people, I ask them, and have you bought some new clothes? For sure they would have bought some clothes within. And for me, it's bad manners to have more clothes
then you have more
books.
brain capacity.
Yes. So you have to keep upgrading your thinking by reading, by interacting with people who have gone way ahead of you to find out how they overcame the same challenges that you overcame, that you are faced with. Yes.
When you're looking at the challenges still,
yes.
And I like the fact that you've put it to the population that it's not an issue of you considering that the uncharted waters should be a straight and narrow, smooth path. When you're talking to people, how receptive are they when it comes to dealing with challenges? Because we don't like dealing with the dirt, the valleys, and the darkness. How receptive are they to recognizing that reality before they get to the greater vision?
Well, what I do, especially in my talks, is I am not the kind of guy who will try to put up a front for the camera, just telling people how nice my life has been. I actually paint in the minds of people exactly the struggles that I've gone through. And it is when people realize that you are a real person dealing with real issues that they become receptive to you. If you just tell people of what they can do to become successful, whether in career or in relationships or whatever it is they do, and you cannot show them, you cannot connect with them by showing them what you did that would connect with them.
You to where your greatness.
The failures, which I don't like looking at as failures, but as outcomes. So it is these outcomes that are not good outcomes. You have to keep looking. You have to develop the attitude of keep looking for the formula that gives you success.
I think the Thomas Edison theory is what people need to
always
remember.
To keep experimenting.
He had to go through thousands of bulbs
Yes.
before he got to one that actually worked.
Yes.